Okay, we're all set.
Yay, we're recording. Okay, you'll also notice a new format with some of our meeting stuff. KWRI Nationwide is putting out some graphics and slides, and so we're just sort of taking some of their things to sort of get the whole nationwide connection. So let's jump in, see what we got going today. Every week, and that's what's weird, is the delay still. We have our MVVBP, our mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspective. We're not going to go through it each day, but it is a reminder. Our focus nationwide is getting back to culture. There's Paulina. Hi. So we can just skip through each of these pretty quickly. The big focus they have is the I can't think of which one, the beliefs, because they'll go individually.
The Y4C2Ts?
Yeah, that one.
That's now in the hallway?
It is. Have you all seen that upstairs? The big black, what do you call that? Artwork. It has these Y4Cs. What? I need more Diet Mountain Dew today.
The Y4C2Ts.
Shall we say them? Win-win or no deal?
Integrity, do the right thing.
It should click each one. It's slow. Customers always come first.
Commitment in all things.
Communication is seeking first to understand.
Creativity, ideas before results.
Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. That's an acronym.
Trust starts with honesty.
Equity, opportunities for all.
And success results through people.
This is what we believe in everything we do.
There's actually a dance for this. So those of you that have been around in KW for a long time, and if you go to an ALC committee or a retreat, then they actually teach us the dance for it all. So I don't know. Lee Skiles, do you know the dance? Does Lee know the dance? Yeah. Here in the next couple of team meetings, we'll do a whole dance. It's not a dance. The YMCA.
And they've added the E for equity, so they've got a new set of dance moves in there too. All right, going on our perspective. We're a technology company, which is so important anymore with how technology is changing everything. So every week we will have these up just as a reminder, and you will see them around the hallways. The focus is on our culture. If we do things the right way, the business will come.
May calendar.
Calendar.
Can't
okay.
believe it's May.
I know. And we're already halfway through. Big things on here. Red Day, Thursday. We're going to talk a lot about that here in a second. I did want to point out one other thing on here. Next Wednesday, we have a class on the luxury program. Keller Williams realized that nationwide, they're the biggest luxury department of any company. And so if you are a luxury agent, we have about 8 in here right now, or if you want to be one or want to know what's involved, we're going to talk through it next Wednesday at 10:30. Brady Sandoval, who is the main luxury guy from Keller Williams, is going to zoom in with us. So if you're interested in that info, mark your calendar next Wednesday, 10:30.
And Keller Williams has got really specific on what does luxury mean. And now as you obtain $700,000 listings or more, we actually have luxury signs that you can put out on those listings for them. And Mike has worked really hard at getting Brady to join us. And so that's going to be a really cool presentation. So even if you just want to find out more information, we hope you can join us.
Yeah, so even if you're not, and there used to be a charge to be a luxury agent, right?
Correct, yeah.
There is no
revamped
longer.
The whole program.
So if you have a listing over 700,000, even just one at any point, you can use the luxury signage. So that Wednesday meeting is going to be pretty cool.
And there's more control over luxury now. So you will be deemed a luxury agent if you hit this certain criteria. So as agents are looking for referral partners in this area, you will show that you are a luxury agent. So especially people moving to the coast or from the coast in, this will be a way to get recognized.
And if any of you saw my post on the internal page last night, the lake area is exploding with luxury properties. So this is a chance where we can get involved since we're in the same MLS there.
Yeah.
Let me just say something about the calendar real fast if you want to go back really quick. If you notice that some of these classes, they have those Keller College codes. We've had Keller College now for over a year. So some of these classes have that like T104, C100. Some of these classes do not have that because they are electives. And so they may not come back for maybe a few months. Maybe it's just a one-time class. So make sure if you see these classes without these codes in front of them, come to them when you see them because you don't know when the next time you're going to see them is. They're typically on Wednesdays is usually when I do them, kind of like the elective day. So just a little tidbit.
A method to her madness.
Yep, Nicole, the training calendar guru. And also tomorrow, Wealth Building, Amy Malia, Zach Briggs, and Josh Keats. So we've had how many people, Amy, every time? About 30, 40? It's a packed house. Yeah, outside agents from other brokerages joining us. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Those
share the
of you
event.
on Zoom,
Yeah.
Amy was saying this is open to our agents and other agents. So anybody that wants to learn how to build a profit tree, how to build wealth, come to that. And normally we've read off the names down here, but like I said, Keller Williams had some new slides. So let's go to the next one. Isn't that fun? So here's our new agents for the month: Johnny Rowe, Mitchell Howard, Emily McCall, Zach Garrett, Leslie Pruitt, Ruthie Letterman, Kaylee James, Roy Koyama, Sarah Mullen, Cassie Jones, Andreas DeLeon, Taylor Johnson, Wyatt Davis, Chris Locke. 14 new agents last month. Let's give them a round of applause. I
And
like
I
the
believe we
otter
already
thing.
have 10 already signed on for the month of May already.
May,
So
10 new agents already. I think we've got 2 more signing up today.
Yep.
We are growing like crazy, and it goes back to our culture. That's why it's such an important thing. Every real estate company in town sells houses. Not everybody has the culture we have.
and we're going to hit on some of our stats through KWRI and our local market center stats later. But at the end of April, our agent count was 377 agents, the highest we've ever been. So congratulations, everybody, for helping us grow this.
And our goal is 400 by the end of the year. That'd be cool if we hit it faster.
Yep, that would be cool.
Oh, what's interesting on that is how many people have not left. You know, in the past, we had a lot of people coming in every month and a lot of people leaving. It was like a revolving door. We had
12. So we only lost 2 agents last month, and one of them went back to the state and one transferred to another brokerage to be with their family.
So you all are building a place
huge
people are
retention.
coming and staying, and that's because of how you all treat new people. So thank you very much. Okay, what's new to our market center? Red Days this Thursday. We're going to talk a lot about that in a second. Luxury meeting, we talked about that. And this is a faraway reminder. NAR Code of Ethics is due by December 31st. But if you already did that as part of your CE last year, you're okay. This is more for newer agents that have gotten their license since
September of last year.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, if you got your license from September to now, you need to redo it. And we have the links for all of that.
And one of the board slides will have more info on that here in a second.
Cool.
Dan Holtz says this makes me so happy. We don't know what part. I think the number of agents.
All of it. You're welcome, Dan.
Okay, the book club. Pizza is coming in November or so. You've got to read so many books, and Miracle Morning is a great one. That's the book for May. Up on the wall across from the Y4C2Ts, you can see who's read all the different books each month. Have you read this one yet?
Not yet. I have it. It's on my 411 to finish it by the end of the month, to read a fourth every week.
Hey, what's a 411?
Oh man, a life changer. That's what it is. A life changer.
If you don't know what a 411 is, you got to meet with us sometime.
Yeah.
But it will help you get an organization to your life.
And this is another small read. So if you have the time, kind of like The Go Giver, this is a great book to read as well.
Yeah.
Vendor guide.
Vendor guide. Look at this new slide here too.
New
Is
slide.
Casey?
Are you with us in virtual space, Casey?
I am in virtual space.
Oh, it's like he's a president. Look, he's got a cabinet behind him.
Hey, that's all my sanity. That's all the wine, whiskey. That's how we make it through the business.
So what can you tell us, Casey?
Couple things. I've had several agents reach out to me this last week in regards to appraisals sticking with the property. They're constantly asking which ones do. Everybody knows conventional does not. USDA does not either. The only 2 that stick with the property, kind of, is FHA and VA. And basically what that means is if you have an FHA appraisal done, then it is stuck with that property for 6 months. If another FHA loan is done on that property, if the first one falls through and somebody comes and puts another FHA offer in, then that value stuck. But say somebody comes in, has a FHA appraisal done and it falls through and then they want to do USDA, that's perfectly fine. And the same thing goes for VA as well, because they have case numbers and those case numbers are stuck with that property within that entity for 6 months.
It's good information.
So if somebody does an FHA loan and it doesn't go through and the next person comes in, they don't have to do an appraisal, right?
Wrong.
Right.
But,
Because the government is stupid. I just want to
Exactly.
have a reason to say that.
Yeah, no, it just depends. I always try to use the appraisal that's already been done. But we have to make sure that that appraiser is on our approved appraiser list. And usually an appraiser is still going to charge you at least a small fee for the transfer, usually 100 to 150 bucks for the transfer to a new lender. So it's not always free if somebody else has paid for it.
I just wanted to point out that the government is stupid. So thank you very much.
Gotcha. And then one more quick thing too is all my life, I've been told that we cannot do a secondary market mortgage on a large piece of property with a house. I just did one that was 155 acres and it went through with flying colors. So you got to use some common sense. The house was worth about half of what the sales price was, so the land was worth the other half. So just because I've heard several people before say, if it's not on 30 acres, we can't do it. Or if it's more than 30 acres, we can't do it. It's not the case. So if you have any of those clients that are looking at large tracts of acreage, or if you've had some in the past that had to do it through like a small bank and they're on an adjustable rate, have them come see me and we'll take a look at those and see if we can't get them in a good fixed rate.
So what I'd say to everybody is don't go on what you've heard. If you have a question, talk to your lender partners, because some things change daily there, just like they do in the real estate world too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Exactly.
Anything from Troy? I don't think he's on there.
Troy's in here.
Well, we're asking on
Sarah
that.
Appleby from USA Mortgage is here with us. So if you guys are in Nixa or Ozark area, Sarah would be your contact. And then we have Jess Bowman back there from Bowman Insurance and Patty online at Zoom.
And we have Jeff Vick from Pyramid Roofing, but you're going to hear from him here in a second. And also, a Miracle Morning book is $17.21 on Amazon this morning.
Mason. There we go.
And when you go on Amazon, click the thing where Springfield Cares or Red Day. If you use a certain link through,
Springfield Cares and Springfield Cares.
there will be a discount or a portion that goes towards our fundraising.
Yeah, so if you
effort.
do smiles.amazon.com, you can pick a charity of your choice. So every time you purchase on Amazon, a portion of that will go to the charity that you have selected every time. So that is some way to always to give back to KW Cares, Springfield Cares, or any charity of your choice.
We forgot to bring Speedy down.
Ooh.
So
He was
last
too
week,
busy having a
Speedy,
party up
he
there with his
was.
sombrero.
Speedy had a really big Cinco de Mayo. So Speedy last week was given to Nicole, Landon, Lindsay, and Rachel, and they chose as a group to give it to.
This week we have chosen delayed Gwen Phillips.
Ah, look who's back there.
So
Rachel, tell us why.
the reason we chose Gwen is because she helped us out so much, not only with Lindsay's shower, our awards banquet, and she put on a great WCR auction. We just want to say thank you so much for all of your support. She did all of our balloon arches. So if you need a balloon arch, talk to Gwen.
Hang on, I'm zooming in on her. Waves in, wave Glenn, wave
Or
Gwen.
maybe not. Maybe that was, maybe. Yeah, but thank you, Gwen. We appreciate
Way
it.
to go. So Speedy's upstairs waiting for you. We want to see lots of adventures with him this week.
Yeah, maybe with Riley. We'll love dog pictures with Speedy. Okay,
All right.
great.
Jim and Don, are either one available? I think
Don said he wasn't going to be on today.
he gave us one note I saw in the text.
So Don said broker input is a reminder to everyone that MLS login changes next Monday. So if you haven't seen that communication from the board that it's going to be separating with different passwords, make sure you check that out.
They haven't seen it, they're not looking. The board has put that out over and over. Every time you log into Flex, it's right there. So just make sure you look at that info before the 17th. Otherwise, you're going to be calling somebody going, what's my password?
Yep.
So
Okay, cool.
updates from GSBOR. This is so funny because we see it here, then there. YP and networking. And again, this is young professionals network, but also us OPNs can go also. We have permission, so us old professionals can go. These are always fun. Whiskey Tango is a great supporter of all real estate stuff, and their appetizers are incredible.
They are.
So that's
It's a come and go an event. Cool.
it's a come and go, but you're welcome to drink for 2 hours if you'd like.
Yep. And then bring a canned good item whenever you come. So
Or 7. If you're bringing one, get more. Bring
if you're
more.
gonna have multiple drinks, you might as well just bring.
That's right.
multiple
Come on,
cans.
be an overachiever. Okay, call for leadership. This is just a reminder. We have so many people from Keller Williams in leadership at the board, and there's some things that went out about how to get in that. We recommend it because the more we're involved there, the more connections we make, the more it helps in your business and in growing the company. So just look
Is there
for
any
that
certain
info.
criteria they need to make sure they watch out for?
Basically, you just got to be willing to serve, and you got to look out for the good of other people, and that's what we're built on. So it's cool.
Cool.
Next one, don't forget. That's the thing we talked about earlier. Your code of ethics by December 31st. This, I think, went out in the email, this login. So you can go to that and check if you've got it completed. But again, you got till December, but we're telling people way ahead of time.
Just like CE, we told them for
That's
2
right.
years.
Okay, I made a bold prediction on Facebook to some people this last week that we're going to be in a balanced market by fall.
I
So-
saw that on the GSBR page. Yeah.
So either I'm going to be brilliant or I'm an idiot, one of the two. But here's what I'm basing that on. These numbers get wider apart each week. If that keeps happening, there's more listings available. So And this is our main area, GSBR, and then all of SOMO. And then we've got the next slides for East and North. Theirs are a little tighter this time. But if that's 7 weeks in a row, we've had more new listings than pendings. If that keeps happening, yeah, I can't believe I said that out loud and put it in print. But I think by fall, we're going to be at balance, which I know it's frustrating for buyers right now. Have them keep going at it. I know it's hard, but I think we're going to hit a balance there. So if your sellers are thinking, oh, I'm going to wait because it can't stop, it's going to keep getting more and more. When it hits balance, the prices will back down a little bit.
And where
So
can they find these stats if they want to use them?
my balance, what I was always taught, is between 3 to 6 months of inventory. I know a lot of people say it's right at 6 months. I've heard 3 to 6. So anywhere in that range. But right now we're at 0.5. So we're, yeah. So it's in 0.5. Oh, what's that? Oh, got it. I'm getting challenged on my numbers. I get scared. So look, we're about the same. A week ago or 2 weeks ago, it was 504. So we're seeing more new active listings each month or each week. So it's getting there.
Yeah. And thank you to Mike for keeping up with these stats, because if we don't know the numbers, we don't know how the market's happening. So these numbers you can take and educate your clients of where the market's at. Instead of saying, oh, it's so crazy, let's educate them on the actual numbers.
I'm an Excel geek. I like the numbers. And when you can put a formula and it goes, wow, that's fun. Okay, speaking of numbers and who really knows numbers, this is our numbers. Go ahead and explain.
So these are the numbers that was presented to us on our leadership call through KWRI yesterday.
I'm gonna hold you for a second. We say that over and over. KWRI stands for Keller Williams Realty International. So this is our whole big company numbers.
All of our market centers in the United States that they're looking at these numbers for specifically. So this is a comparison from month over month of April 2021 to April 2020 and all year to date, all the way from 2021 to 2020. So we look at these main categories. So look at closed units, closed volume, listings taken volume, et cetera, et cetera. So month over month, our closed units for all of KWRI was up 38.7%. And for a year to date, we're up 26%. Just to give you guys perspective of our local market, last month in April, we closed 536 units, which is an all-time record for April. So that is so exciting to see that we're able to continually close these units. And so when you think of this number, think of Landon and Lindsay as they're helping getting you paid and processed.
And that's within our top 5 months ever. And the other 4 were last year.
We are actually number 4 in all of Keller Williams market centers for closed units of all the 800 market centers, if you think about it that way. So that is so exciting. And with our number of agent count, I mean, those market centers are normally 1,000 plus agents that are closing those kind of transactions, and we have 377.
Dan says, say that again.
I don't know what part you want me to say again.
That again.
Say that again.
That again.
Yeah.
There, we said it.
Yeah. So 536 units. So on average, before our market center was closing 450.
We are number 4 in all of KW.
We are number 4 in all of KW. Okay. So on average, our market center was closing 450 units in 2020, and that number we see is going to increase drastically. Say that again louder. Okay.
That again louder.
Listings taken. So
Very
when we
little.
look at the market, month over month, we are at 44.9%, year to date, 6.5%. So again, these numbers were from 2020. So month over month, it may seem a little skewed just because we were right in the height of the pandemic last year. However, for listings taken in the month of April from our market center last month, we took 310 listings. So that is so exciting to see that number continually increase from there. Then listings sold, 41.8%, 27.8. So a lot of the time, our market center, we have listing the unit number and the volume number. We choose to focus on the unit number because if we focus after that, the volume will follow. And again, with these increasing prices, that could be a little skewed at times. Contracts written, 45.7% month over month increase. Last month, we had 626 contracts written. The month before that, we had 603 contracts written. So what that means in the next 60 to 90 days for GCI being paid out to all of our agents. So gross commission income. And then closed GCI was up. So gross commission income, which means money back to you, 66.5% month over month. We paid out our agents in this market center in commission last month, $3,087,532. Just our agents last month alone.
I think that's worth a round of applause.
So congratulations
Yay,
to all of
everybody.
you. That is so exciting. That's money back in your pocket and creating the life you want to have for you and your business.
Very cool. There's something else I thought, oh, as you're talking about that, 12 months ago, we were trying to figure out how to do open houses in a pandemic.
Yeah.
We were sitting all at home. We were doing Zoom parties and like, what was the Zoom scavenger
Zoom
hunts with
happy hours.
Nicole.
Yep.
Think about how much we've grown in a year.
Yeah.
So in a spot where everybody was thinking, oh, the world's going to shut down, we just said, okay, we're going to figure out how to do this. And look at what we've done in the last 12 months.
We got real intentional on our business and especially our expenses. I mean, this time last month, we were going line by line on all of our income statements, making sure what did we really need to keep in our business as an expense and what could we get rid of. And we were able to prepay our rent and make sure that we were set up for a successful 2020. And as we go into 2021, yes, we are making all this money, but we still need to make sure we're focusing on those activities. That way we're setting our business up for the long haul.
And another comment from Dan, does everybody understand how big these numbers are? No other office in town is doing this.
And that's in all caps, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
He's very, very.
He's saying it loud.
Yep. You can unmute yourself and say it louder in the back, Dan. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Fine.
And-
That's it
You know
now.
what? He's sitting right
Oh,
there,
there he is.
actually.
What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Does everybody freaking understand how big these numbers are and how important this is?
He used harsh words.
Yeah, freaking. I'll pay $5 to the Mo Cares Fund if I can say the real one. This is the most numbers I've ever seen in the market ever. And if you guys aren't standing up and down right now and jumping up and down and hitting each other and high-fiving, then I can't help you with any more energy than this. This is the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Number 4 out of 840 market centers. Are you serious? And we barely got like a finger snap out of that. Like, this is for real, guys. Like, this is one of the most amazing offices I've seen across the country. Like, we are killing it. This market is killing it, and we're killing it locally. High five each other or kick someone in the rear, whatever you got to do.
Air high five if you're socially distant.
So to go off of that, last week I was actually on a MAPS call that my MAPS coach compared market centers within KW to $1 million market centers within KW and what that meant and translated. So we are on our way to become a $1 million market center. And most of those market centers had agents between 537 to 1,000 agents. And with the numbers that we have, we are at 377. So think how close we are and what we can do to get that with just our agents, and not only focusing on our agents that are capping, but those agents that are up and coming and helping them get into production faster. So that's why it's so important and why you guys have really tapped into all of our new agents and making them feel welcomed and support so we can help them also create a life worth living. So thank you to all of you.
And I think it's because we're so used to being at a high level, we don't realize how good we really are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, KW is all I've ever known. So the way we perform, it's just set the standard.
Yeah.
That's just the standard. So whenever you see other market centers, it's like, oh, didn't realize that was a thing. And so it's really cool to be a part of this.
So that's one reason that we try and take what we've got and give back to the community. Red Day, red stands for,
Renew, energize, and donate.
and it's based on May 13th.
So the second Thursday of every May, we are honoring Mo Anderson's birthday. So if you don't know Mo Anderson, she is the culture of all of KW. They also call her the Velvet Hammer because she can be super sweet and loving, but then she can also put the Velvet Hammer down and say, excuse me, you're not paying your office bill. That's not in culture. You're going to have to leave KW. Thank you.
Here's your box.
Yeah.
Go clean out your desk. Sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah.
She does it in a
Sweetheart.
nice
Yep.
way.
Yep.
So Red Day is our big push. I know every one of us in here has our own groups that we focus on and help through the year, but this is where we focus on one big group all together. So Paulina
And
and
Kim.
Kim, Paulina and Kim, come on up. We're going to have you talk for a second.
And so what's
I
so
almost had
important about
Liliana
Red
coming
Day
up. She's
is
like,
the
"What?"
importance of it, of all KW offices shut down their business on May 13th. So every KW office will be shut down and they will be helping some sort of charity organization of their choice. So we've talked about the connecting grounds and we have our wonderful shirts on. So if you
Yes.
ordered a shirt, they are in. So they're upstairs in the leadership office as well.
Yep. So pick up your shirts. Red Day is this Thursday, as in 2 days. Not today, Dusty Capone. This Thursday. Yeah, Dusty thought it was today. So this Thursday is Red Day. We're going to meet at the Connecting Grounds. The address is 3000 West Chestnut. And I think we have all that information there. It is encouraged to carpool. So if you want to meet with some agents here at the market center or meet somebody at their house, please make sure you're carpooling because we want to make sure we have enough parking spaces for all the agents that are going to be there. We're going to be meeting there at what
So
9?
I have a timeline set up. So we'll be there at 7:30, making sure everything's ready. But we'll have coffee and bagels ready for everybody at 8:30.
Ooh, okay.
So get there, get your parking spot. And the main thing we're asking for carpool is this is right off of Chestnut. And so we have parking spots secured right next to the building. So no one has to walk across Chestnut.
Mhm.
However, if we exceed all of the parking, then that may have to happen. And so we want to make sure no one's playing Frogger.
So on the map you're seeing right now, the 3000 West Chestnut is the connecting grounds. The one with the red dot on it is Pyramid Roofing. We're going to have Jeff talk to us here in a second about that. There's a funny story about how that came about yesterday too. So the next
Thanks
map
to
will kinda
Mike
show
for
that.
connecting us with
The
Pyramid Roofing.
And if you haven't RSVP'd for Red Day, please do. One, we need to make sure we have enough people for all of the jobs, and we'll kind of go over what we're going to be doing that day. And also, Great American Title is sponsoring our lunch, and we want to make sure we have lunch for everybody and breakfast and coffee. So please make sure if you haven't RSVP'd to please do.
There's still time.
And if you think you've RSVP'd, let us know because we have some people that have also double registered.
Yep.
So have an
And then one more thing, a lot of people have been asking me what to wear. Make sure if you ordered a shirt, pick up your shirt. If you haven't, just wear
Upstairs.
something red.
Lindsay has some.
And then something that you don't mind getting dirty because we're going to be doing landscaping, we're going to be painting, organizing the warehouse. So wear your not so nice clothes, something that you don't mind getting dirty.
But if you got something red on top, at least that's important.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love it.
just even a plain red shirt. I've seen people go to Walmart, especially. Yes, Gwen. Hold on.
Run, Rachel, run.
Flat shoes today.
Are there any supplies you need us to bring from home, like gloves or anything like that for the landscaping? Because I do
I
a lot
think-
of landscaping and stuff. So I have like little shovels, stuff like that. I would bring them.
So we're not going
Yeah.
to discourage you if you want to bring your own supplies. Jerry said he has a lot of the painting supplies already, but if you have extra landscaping stuff, please bring it. I think the more the merrier. And we have people still are signing up as we go. Right now we have almost 70 people registered. So
awesome.
we want to make sure we have enough supplies. So if you have that, that would be awesome. And just make sure you kind of label it so we know it's yours.
So for the past several months, these two ladies have been working like crazy to put this together. So I think we need to give a round of applause to you too.
Thank you. All because of you guys and Rachel, Nicole, and you guys too helped a lot. So thank you guys.
And just remember, we've given $16,000 up through our awards banquet towards buying the commercial washers and dryers. So we hit our
Woo!
goal of
Awesome.
15,000.
That's incredible.
And
Pie was
so
delicious.
Amazing.
also there will be
You're welcome.
they're still using needing supplies, and so if you go to our Amazon store, all of that's there: ponchos, bug spray, sunscreen, things like that. Pop Top Foods. So if you haven't helped and you want to help, you can either still donate or get the Amazon registry, and Nicole has put that in the chat for you guys as well. So this is the parking map if you
Yep.
want to start covering that.
Okay, so we're talking. Polly and I are on the phone yesterday with Jerry, and and we had permission. He said we could park at the Salvation Army. We said, well, we don't know if we've got permission to do that. And he said, well, there's a company right across the street. He said, it looks like it says Pyramid Roofing. I'm like, I know a guy, Jeff Vick.
Mike always knows a guy.
Yeah. So that we just said, Jerry, hang up. We're going to call somebody real quick. And so Jeff, if you can come up for a second. Jeff is a friend of mine since he was one of my first listings ever.
Wow.
I still remember the address, 1953 South River. But come on over here so we can see you in
I
camera
sold
too.
that house.
No, I didn't. That was the problem.
Oh, whoops.
That's right. But so he actually lives in Kansas City, but works at with Pyramid Roofing, who's fairly new in the area. And then we've been trying to figure out a way to help get him involved with things. That when I found out he had the building next door, I'm like, this is perfect. This is a God thing. So I want to introduce Jeff. He want to say hi to everybody real quick.
Yeah, greetings, Jason and Elle. Shout out to you wherever you are out there in Technoland.
Those are his agents now.
Yeah, so yeah, so I lived in Springfield for 15 plus years. Absolutely loved it. Had it not been for a career transfer at the time, we'd still be living here at 1953 South River. I now work for Pyramid Roofing in Kansas City. I'm now, as of yesterday, splitting my time 50-50 between the Kansas City market and down here. 2 years ago, when I went to some of our leadership at Pyramid, I said, man, this is amazing opportunity down here in Springfield. Why are we not tapping in? And so we've been slowly trickling in that direction. As of last night at 5 o'clock, we have now made a full well, we've been working on it, but we have a general manager down here. We have sales staff. We have support staff. We want you guys to win. If you have any questions about my level of commitment, talk to Jason and Elle. I've been working with them for quite a while. I want to be there for you guys. I know how hard it is for you guys to get that signature and then get that paycheck at the end of it. So we want to be part of your winning process. We do commercial, we do residential. So anything that you need, we can take care of you. And I got a little information out there for you. And so, yeah, what questions do you have, Mike? I don't want to take too much time.
I did want you to mention that you are helping Connecting Grounds with some
Yep.
of their roads.
Yes, we are. We are very community focused. So in addition to doing that, my wife and I run a women's shelter up in the Kansas City area. And so Pyramid Roofing has gone above and beyond in many, many ways to help us make that happen. Parking wise, just to get to the logistics of it, they're on West Chestnut. There's a gate so that you guys can pull in there and just park everywhere. We'll have. That's a good question. There's usually, yeah, I don't know, but we.
Can you get from Hillcrest or is it only Chestnut?
Um,
Looks like there's a spot behind the building there.
Yeah, there probably you can pull in from Hillcrest. I just encourage you to come in from Chestnut if that's easiest. And we'll just park anywhere and everywhere. All of that stuff that's on there is now cleared out. So it really is just wide open
So
in there.
we'll be able to park behind
Yeah.
the building.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have a sign up for everybody so they can see this is where they're gonna park. So we can let everybody know, go through there.
Like right through here, beside the building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then once you get parked, come over to the front of the Connecting Grounds and we'll get you checked in for all of that. And then we'll go from there. So cool. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Appreciate it.
absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity, guys.
Thank you. So Jeff has some folders there and here with info. He has gotten bids for me in a hurry. So if you have a roof situation, he can help there. He and Sarah, his wife, have a heart for kids and for women. I'm still Facebook friends and watch everything they're doing up there, and they're just amazing people. So the fact that, like I said, it was a God thing that he happened to have the building right next door and we could park there.
Yeah.
So
So this is our timeline. So some of you have registered for all day. You've registered for 9 to 1 or 12 to 5. If you want to come at any other time, or if you want to stay all day and you've only signed up for one, please do. The more the merrier. That's what we'll take. So this is kind of the timeline we're looking at. Parking, or excuse me, coffee and bagels will arrive at 8:30. At 9 o'clock. Yeah.
I'll be there for bagels.
At 9 o'clock, we'll do an announcement and we'll kind of do a project rundown. We have role leaders that we'll assign you to. Like Paulina mentioned, some of the projects are painting, landscaping, organizing. So if you're one of the people that love organization, please let me know ahead of time because we're going to go ahead and try to pre-assign people to these tasks. I've already signed Letitia up for organizing.
I thought of her.
No, yep. As soon as he said that, I was like, okay, I know Letitia will. And so we'll kind of break it out that way. At 9:10, we'll kind of break into our spots and do our different projects. At 12 o'clock, we have an overlap of shifts. So we will do a big group picture. And then we'll have lunch sponsored by Great America Title that will be behind the building. They have their grill, all of that, hot dogs, hamburgers, the usual. 12:45, we'll do some announcements and the remaining projects, and then we'll keep getting started for the afternoon. We said this shift will go until 5. We're hoping we can get done by like 3 or 4. We don't want to make this an all-day thing. We know you guys have businesses to run, but the more we can help, we can get to get these projects knocked out, the better. And it's supposed to be sunny and like 60 on Thursday, so that is amazing.
So even if you haven't signed up, it's not too late. You want to be part of this. It'll change how you look at a lot of things. So we're excited to be partnering with them and we want you here. So
Anything we missed?
No, I think we got it covered.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll be sitting on email for all of this information in case you didn't catch it, and that we'll
And
see
if
you
any of
Thursday.
you guys have any questions, just reach out to Kim or I, and we'll be happy to answer them. Other than that, we'll just see all of you guys Thursday.
And in the chat, there's lots of links for sign up. If you're here, just check the Facebook page later. It'll be a link there also. So, all right. Thank you all so much because that's our focus for this week is Red Day. Mark, yes.
Mike Runner.
Are we doing bold this year? I'd see a bunch of stuff on like Facebook, like mastery pages.
So
with-
I don't know if they're hosting Bold in person yet. If they are, we'll look at it. We haven't received any communication about it yet. If we can get it, we'll try, which will probably be fourth quarter, like we've done in the past, like October.
there was something called Bold Local.
I've seen something about that, but we haven't gotten any info yet. So
But we will definitely look for
I think
that.
they're teasing us and getting some interest stirred up. But they're trying to get Bold. Those of you who don't know what Bold is, it's a great class to help get you jump started and learn how to do things like the DTD2. If you don't know what that is, come talk to me later. It's changed my life. But it's a great thing. And they had to shut it down because of COVID. So it's slowly building up again.
Yeah, it just depends if the instructors can travel or not. That's probably the thing that's up in the
Yeah.
air, if they can travel that frequently.
So the rest of the meeting is just, we wanted to make sure you all realize all the tools that are available to you and the things from KWRI. So these are just some slides they threw up that we're going to go through. We're not going to go through in depth, but just want to make sure you're aware of all this stuff. Number one, we're the best employer for diversity 2021 from Forbes.
All of this information is also on outfront.kw.com, the KW magazine. So all of these graphics, all of these articles, you can take and share them with your clients.
LinkedIn, top 2021 companies in the United States. We're also nationwide, or worldwide. We're in 51 different countries. So this week or this month, they're celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. But we're not just a local company. We're a local based and agent based, but we have all these different connections. I can't read that one on the side. Inside Keller Williams partnership with the LGBTQ plus Real Estate Alliance. There's info there on out front.
Yep.
Here's the cool thing, this next slide.
The coolest thing.
This is a digital magazine branded to you.
Yes. And it's in design. So you can go into designs and command and create your own agent branded magazine to send out to all of your clients. This is the newest feature they released last Monday that they've pushed out. And so for those of you that do newsletters or things like that to your clients, this is something you can tap into for your business.
And if I'm correct, you can do it digitally or you could print it out if you
Correct.
want, but
Yep.
the digital is very simple, but it's in designs. Next one is, this is a client communication kit called Sellers Wanted. And where do they find that? I couldn't tell where to get it, but this is some of the samples of the things in it.
There's a link, so we can share that link out.
Okay, so there's a link to this, but all these tools are available. You do not need to go recreate the wheel. It's already here for you.
I'm sure if you go to KW Connect, you can search the Sellers Wanted checklist and all of this will pop up.
Yeah, it's the scripts for text, for emails, for calls, everything.
And so again, this is on outfront.kw.com. So this is the guide to land more listings with all of these articles and or trainings that we've had through KW. So 5 strategies for succeeding in a low inventory market, straight from the Heil Group, which is one of the top teams here in KW. Multiple offer scenarios. The secret goes beyond the highest price. 20 lead generations, ideas for more listings, and things like that. So all of this is on Outfront.
But we realize not everybody realizes all these tools that are available. It's overwhelming how much we've got available. And the next one should.
It's loading. There we go.
Yeah, smart plans. They're constantly adding more smart plans. I love smart plans. They've changed my life along with my DTD2.
Yeah.
And Dan Turkel can teach you how to use smart plans.
Mhm.
Round of applause for Dan.
So Dan, what are the 3 or 4 smart plans every agent should have going right now that is just a click of a button?
I would say definitely the monthly neighborhood nurture. I think the birthday smart plan is a really good one too. And yeah, home anniversary is a good one for sure. I think the quarterly follow-up plan, yeah, just to remind you to keep in touch on a quarterly basis. I think those are all pretty good. So yeah, definitely use them.
If you do those he mentioned, you're touching base with your people 18 times a year.
So explain what a smart plan is for those that
A
don't
smart
understand.
plan is for idiots. Basically, it's a set, and you've always heard of set and forget. This is set and don't forget. You set something up, and it comes up in your task list reminding you, hey, it's next quarter, it's time to call this person. And it logs what you've talked with him about. It's a way to stay in touch because 70% of people would use the same agent. No, it's 80%. If they would just stay in touch with them. It's all automated, and it goes into your database. It's all through command, so it's all there.
Game
I sound
changer.
passionate when I start
Yeah,
talking about that.
I mean, Mike has really embraced the smart plans through our new agent recruiting and staying in touch with them to see where they're at. So especially the quarterly call, we've been using that as a team as just letting us know, hey, you need to call X, Y, and Z today. Cool. Okay, great. Birthdays, home anniversaries. I mean, as soon as you close out a transaction, that should be on your closing checklist of adding their home address into their command contact. So that way it reminds you whenever it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 years in the home.
I'm going to tell you all a secret. If you get a text from me through my Twilio number saying, hey, how's it going? Or something like that, I really didn't remember you. Command told me it's time to talk to you again. So it just brings up, when it's time to talk to people. I try to use it to help you all see how it works. And the Twilio feature is incredible. It texts through the computer because I hate typing. I got fat fingers. I can't type on text, but I can do it through Am I still? We're still focused on Dan.
Yep.
So we can switch the camera from this thing up here. But this smart plans will make it so much easier to run your business and your life.
Yep. So head over to outfront.kw.com to look at the must reads. They have 4 or 5 different articles, 7 home interior upgrades, step up your coaching, why you should make over your traditional database into a smart database.
So all this stuff's available there. And we like to end every week with a quote. Culture is our secret sauce. It's what makes us different. That's Mark King, our president, who said that on our meeting yesterday. Our Red Day is a big part of our secret sauce.
So we encourage you to share the story on Thursday, take all the videos, photos, not only for KW, but for the connecting grounds, to create awareness of the connecting grounds and encouraging donations through there.
The more social media you can do on that, the better.
Yep.
And right after this, Dan Turkel will be here live for Tech Tuesday, or if you're on the Zooms, you have to log off of this meeting so we can stop the recording and then log right back on.
Yep. Other than that,
This has been a great meeting. Oh, we have a question in the back.
Amy,
Hold on.
question. Run.
Okay, so you guys mentioned that you created a Google Drive for us to be able to access that has some resources.
Correct.
Where's the link? How can we find that? How can we get access?
Nicole, do you want to unmute yourself to let everybody know how you shared it?
Yeah, so at the top of the Facebook page, the internal page, I always pin our calendar for the month, plus all the links you need for that month. So anything you possibly need right now, it's all Red Day stuff, so you can find all your links there. And then at the very bottom of that post, there's also the Google Drive link. And then I think I also posted it separately. It also goes out in my emails, the KW in the Know emails. Please be on the lookout for those and please read them because that has everything you need to know for the month.
Cool. So internal page through the emails. And if you can't find it, just send us an email and we'll reshare it with you.
All right, thanks everybody. This is a huge crowd. We're loving that we can get back together as a family. Jeff's got info. He's got folders up here on Pyramid Roofing or at the backside there. And we will see everybody on Thursday.
Hey, wear your red.
And now we dance.
Yeah. To no music. Thanks, Nicole.
I don't need music. I'll sing if I have to. There it is. And it's gone.
Yep.
Thank you much.